Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. And today I've got quite an exciting video because I'm finally giving an update on the kujaku koi fry that hatched about 2 weeks ago. Now I'd hold off on giving an update because I hadn't really seen much progression in them that you'd really be able to notice over the first week. So I really saw no point in giving an update on them just because, there wasn't really a lot to give an update on. But it's been about 2 weeks now, and as you can see, there has been some insane progression on some of these kujaku fry. Now, just bear in mind, a couple of them, there's 4 in the middle that aren't kujaku, but there are, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them in this bowl that are. Now, these are about 2, maybe 2.5 weeks old now, and if you remember, this spawning was of the random spawning that I had from my pond. I actually had them in a small little box that was right here in the pond, and I wasn't really too sure what was coming of these fry. So these aren't from the like 5,000 Sankei fry I had here. I'll do an update on them tomorrow, but I thought for now I'd just give a little update on these kujaku. Now, they're doing quite well really. I have them in the pond outside, which I'll show you now. Now, you'll have to excuse the wind out here. It's quite windy at the moment, so the audio might be a bit poor. But I've actually just got them out in the little tub out here. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Yeah, so if you remember, I put them in this tub here, and it was really just a real mixture. And I actually found there was a lot of goldfish in there and a lot of other sort of like fish fry in there. But I have now removed all the goldfish. There were shabumpkin and regular goldfish in there because those goldfish fry were getting a lot bigger than the koi fry, obviously because goldfish are more hardy, they eat a lot more. So they were just growing a lot faster. But I actually removed them about a week ago, and I found as soon as I removed those fat goldfish fry, the fry that are in here now have grown massive. Now, of course, they can't grow massive in here. It's kind of hard to show you. I'll get some underwater shots in a second. But this is only really to grow them to about 1 inch maybe or less, just so I can sort of decide if they're worth keeping or not. You can see there's a couple darting down there. I'll get some underwater footage now. No, I did manage to get some quite good footage of them when they were in the bowl. And from the underwater footage, you can really see sort of the development of them. You can see the eyes, the gills, and also how fat they are. These koi are quite chubby, which is a really good sign. It means they're eating well. And there's a real good size difference between some of them as well. As you can see, these 2 in the middle are just quite a bit larger than the rest of them. But yeah, it's quite interesting to see them from this sort of perspective, because you can really see just all the parts of the fish. I also got some underwater footage in the pond, but unfortunately it was a bit murky, so it's hard to really get any defined footage of them. But you can sort of see their natural swimming pattern when they're under the water. But yeah, they're doing great in here. There's plenty of food for them in here. There's a lot of Daphnia and like these worm things. I don't know what they are, but there's thousands of them in here. And they've been eating well because their bellies are nice and fat. So that's a really good sign. I'm quite happy with them. I'm really quite shocked because it was just from a random spawning in this pond here. I actually missed the spawning. It was with this female. Where is she? She's usually quite friendly, so I might see her in a second. Where is she? There she is. That's the mom, I'm pretty sure. This female here. If she'll come over. There she goes. That's the mother of the fish. And it was just completely like around. Oh, hello. This fish is very friendly, so. Nice kahaku from Koi Farm. Well, not kahaku, sorry, a beko, but. Yeah, the spawning was just completely random. It was actually on that reed there that most of the eggs came from. It was just right here. And I noticed she'd spawned because she was really skinny. And I didn't think it would be worth anything because, it would be a complete mixture of types. I wasn't too sure I'd get any decent fry out of them. But from looking at the ones that I've got there, fingers crossed, we'll have some good fish come out of it. But yeah, that's the mum of the fish there. And I mean, the dad could literally be, well, a complete mixture of dads really. There's so many different fish in here. Luckily for me, a good amount of my males are metallic. So I reckon that's why I've had quite good success, because I've got quite a few kujaku males in here. And I think that's why there's a real good mixture of sort of fry in there. And you can sort of see what I mean by that when you look at fry like this one here. Try and get to focus on that guy there. Now that one is a kujaku. I don't know what it is. Since the spawning was, well, like these ones here are kujaku. The ones with like the nice black on their sort of dot on their head there. They've got a really nice metallic sheen on their head. Those are the kujaku. This one here as well. But as you can see, there's 2 of them there. I'm not too sure what they are. I have not really got a clue. Like I said, this was just a random spawning from my outdoor pond, sort of my like main pond, I guess you'd say. And yeah, it's just a complete mixture really. Fingers crossed we'll get some decent kujaku out of it. I think we have, just look in here. I mean, I'm not an expert on how the fry should look, But the ones with the yellow with a bit of black on their head, I don't know, that just sort of looks familiar to what I've seen, I guess. So fingers crossed with these lot, you know, in a few months I can sort of actually properly tell, and then I can do a proper update for you guys on them at that point. But yeah, these guys are all doing well. That's sort of it for the update on them. I will do an update on the Sankei. Now there is some more kujaku in this tank here, but only like 2 or 3. There's not too many in there. And then also you've got the Sankei in there, and then the Sankei that are in the pond over there. Those ones over there are doing really well. I've seen them double, triple in length, literally in the past 2 weeks. So I will post an update on them tomorrow. But yeah, for the time being, the kujaku here are doing really well. So I thought I'd just let you guys know that these fish are very healthy, and yeah, they're looking good. I'm just taking back over to the pond now. Don't want to keep them out of the pond for too long. And in they go. Back into their home. They'll do quite well in here. I mean, they already have been doing quite well, obviously, so fingers crossed they'll keep growing. But once they get a little bit bigger, I'll move them out of here so they have a bit more space. But yeah, I'm quite glad with how they're doing. I've also just found another fish that really proves my point of what I don't really know what these fry are. It's this little black one here. Yeah, I don't really have a clue what type of fry that is. It's got a very white nose. I don't know if it's like a Sankei or something, but it's a very interesting fry though. Like I said, these are a complete mixture. Like there is a couple of kujaku in there that I know of. The rest of them I think are maybe kujaku Sankei, but I'm not too sure to be honest with you. But it's very interesting. Whilst I'm here, I've got to feed this fish. I call this fish Fred, by the way. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a female, but these two here, well, I'm not sure about this one. But the Yamabuki Ogon's from Barakoi farm. But this one here, it's slightly deformed. It's not really like a nice fish in the sense that it's not got a very good head shape. But it's just like the friendliest fish. Like you can actually pick it up and stuff. Like probably the friendliest fish I've ever seen. Like it will come right out of the water. Just really, really friendly. But I'll give him a bit of food now. There you go, mate. Chuck a little bit over there for the smaller fish, just so they'll get a bit. Yeah, they're quite hungry here at the moment. It's about 30 degrees, the air in here, I'd say. So the water temp's about 23, 24. So they're like peak feeding time at the moment, which is always great because it means the growth on some of these smaller fish has been really good. I should really put these outside now, but it's just so nice having these ones in here. And then the rest of the koi carp and the goldfish that are in here, other than these two, and then also that one down there, I want to try and get rid of, just for space reasons really. There's a lot of common carp that you can see swim in there. And they actually survived in the main pond because there was a common carp male I had. And because the fry of the common carp are very dark, they were just having a much easier time at surviving in the pond because, you know, they just couldn't see them really. So I have a lot of common carp in here, but yeah, they're all doing well. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed like this little short update. Let me know down below what you think those fry are. I think they're some sort of metallic. I'm not too sure though. So just let me know down below because I'm sure some of you watching will probably have better knowledge than I do. But anyway, that's it, and I'll see you in the next update.